الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمي الفداء. أما بعد، فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما. صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
Walaikum assalam.
Inshallah, hope everyone is well and everyone can hear loud and clearly.
Alhamdulillah, yes, can hear you.
We were on lesson number 1. We started lesson number 1, correct?
I thought we were doing imperative, Sheikh, before we
Yes, absolutely right. So we did imperatives and then we were going to start lesson number 1 itself. So let me just recap what we did last week. Let's get onto the screen. Right, so I'm going to go a few steps back as well. Just want to cover some extra things. Now, last week we started going through the imperatives. Now, this one here, al-amr. Now, the al-amr is a command like Surah Alaq, iqra. So iqra, when we read iqra, it's an order and a command which you are asking the second person to do something itself, okay? Iqra. And the command itself is made from the present tense. So this here, uktub. So this is the amr for the second person. Uktub, uktuba, uktubu, uktubi, uktuba, uktubna. Now this is the command. Now let me just remind everyone, and inshallah we'll go through this gradually. Now this command, this amr, is made from the second person. You, mukhatab, mudhakkar, is made from the you, and we spoke about to make the amr, we remove all of these tas from the beginning, and in the singular form of this masculine, the last letter will be replaced with a sukoon, and in the dual, taktubani, taktubuna, taktubina, taktubani, all of these nouns will be removed, and the noun in the plural feminine will remain. So all of the nouns are removed, as you can see out here. All of the nouns are removed except for here. Now, as in the first step, we had removed the tas. Now, once the ta is removed, as you can see, the kaf has a sukoon on there. Yes, everyone? Because the kaf, which is the first letter of the 3-letter verb, has a sukoon, silent, you cannot read a silent word. Therefore, we had to bring hamzatul wasl, this alif here. Now, this alif which comes in the beginning, it requires a harakat. Sister Sadiqa, are you there? Right, Sister Fawzia.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaykum salam. Alaykum salam. So the middle letter is coming with a dhamma. So what will be the harakat of this alif, which is coming in the beginning of the sentence?
Zumma again?
Yeah, so the middle letter has a dhamma.
Yeah.
Ta has a dhamma. So the Hamza
Sorry, I'm
al-Wasl.
cooking.
So you're
Sorry, what
cooking.
did you say? Yeah.
So Hamza al-Wasl, which harakat will the Hamza al-Wasl have in the beginning? Is it going to be a fatha, sorry, a kasra or a dhamma?
Zamma.
So the Hamza al-Wasl has only two probabilities. It can either come with a dhamma, like
Okay.
uktub, uktuba,
Yeah.
uktubu, uktubi, uktuba, and uktubna.
Yeah.
Now, the next option is the present tense. So in that one there, taktubu, the present tense came with a dhamma. Now, in the second scenario, which is tadribu, this is another present tense verb. Now, in this present tense verb, the middle letter has a
Kasra.
exactly. So when we make the amr, which is a command to the
Yeah.
second person to hit, now we do the same thing again, remove all the tas. And once you remove the tas, you can see the dad has a sukoon. So you need to bring Hamzatul Wasl. Now, when does the Hamzatul Wasl? So Hamzatul Wasl has only two options, a dhamma or a kasra. What's going to happen here? What harakat will Hamzatul Wasl get?
Zamma.
Correct. Can you read both of them?
Yeah.
Tadribu to idrib. Bismillah.
So Tazribu becomes, sorry, Adrib, Idrib, Idrib. Sorry, somebody's ringing me. Idribna, Idriba, Idribu, Idribi, Idriba, Idribna.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Jazakallah. Next person I'm going to ask is going to be someone called Sister Sabira. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Sheikh.
Sister Sabira, I know you've done the homework. Now, over here now, taftahu. Now, when we make taftahu into an imperative, a command, fataha yaftahu means open. How would you do the command?
Shall I do the start from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, so to do a command, first you go to the second person,
Correct.
he male and he female, and you start from there. And you do a command from a present tense.
Correct.
First thing you do is remove the T, not T, ta.
Yep.
And when the second letter is has got a sukoon, so it should have something before it. So you bring Hamzat al-Wasl, which is an alif.
Correct.
Then you look at the middle letter. Now, taftahu, the one on the screen, the middle letter's got a fatha. For a three-letter word, you do not, a fatha becomes a kasra, and the zamma becomes a dhamma, and kasra becomes a kasra, yeah?
Yeah, so whenever the middle letter is either a fatha or a kasra, the Hamzatul Wasl comes with a kasra.
Kasra.
Correct.
That's the only change. And
Correct.
then in the end, the last letter, hey, gets a sukoon. That's a
Correct.
single letter. Now, if you go further down to dual, you drop the noon, but the last letter, you put an alif at the end for both the dual male and dual female.
No, only for the masculine. After you drop the noon in taftahuna, the alif has been added just to protect the waw.
But Sheikh, I was talking about dual, yeah?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Sorry. I thought you said the plural. Sorry.
Okay, I must have said the wrong thing. Okay, so for dual, you put an alif at the end to indicate it's dual, yeah?
Correct.
And then you go down to male plural, you put an alif in the end to protect the waw.
Correct.
But then you go to the last one, which is iftahna. Now that's, I think this is that in an original form, Sheikh?
Yes, the noon remains behind because that noon is the sign of, that is attached as a suffix which represents you all plural feminine.
So you retain the new noon. So that's the
Exactly.
only noon retained in the whole thing.
Excellent. Excellent. Is that clear?
Yes, Sheikh. You taught us well.
Okay, brilliant. And you're a good student then. Okay, right. Brother Manzoor, is that clear for yourself? Brother Manzoor?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Is that clear for you now?
No, I listened to it, but I'm not following through. But I will keep on listening, and I will try and listen to the
Okay,
YouTube
let's do it this
again,
way.
and then pick it
No,
up.
no, let's do it this way. Taftahu. What does taftahu? So let's go back to the middle one. Now let's do this. When do you say the present tense now? The present tense taktubu. What does taktubu mean? Anta taktubu. What does that mean?
You open.
Nakataba means to write. You are writing.
You write.
Can you go? Yeah. Can you do these 6 forms? Taktubu, taktubani, taktubuna. If you read them and translate them, that would be great. Bismillah.
Taktubu, you write. Taktubani, you both write.
Right.
Taktubuna, you all write.
Correct.
Taktubina, you feminine, right.
Correct.
Taktubani, you both feminine, right? And taktubana, you all feminine, right?
And then you all females, tak.
You all female, so you all female. Taktubana, right?
Taktubna. Taktubna.
Taktubna, you all feminine, right?
Yeah, all females, right. Now, to make the amr, or can you see all of these stars in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yes, the taktubu, taktubani, all of these stars have to be removed to make the command. Clear? Yeah?
Yeah. So what is the difference between when we say, for example, if you start with anta, you male, right? Taktubu. Taktubu is you write.
Yes, it's present tense verb. When you say uktub, you're commanding someone to do something. So uktub means write. When you demand someone to do an action, you say him to write, eat, run. That's a command.
No, what I'm trying to ask is that taktubu, we read like this one. You write.
Correct.
So isn't that a command in itself? You write.
No, you are writing.
You are writing.
Yeah, you are writing. So you are writing. Is a question. You are writing. It's not a command. It's just explaining who is doing an action. But when you say uktub, because this actual verb formation itself, it implies you're demanding from someone to do something.
Okay, so if I understand it correctly, taktubu is you are writing.
Correct.
So we are just sort of narrating that somebody or you is writing.
Exactly.
So it is just a narration. And
correct.
Uktub is you are asking somebody to write.
Not even asking. You're demanding from him. So you're telling him to uktub write. Yeah, so it's a command.
Okay. Okay, understood now.
Yeah. So then what you have, you remove all of the tas, and as you can see, the kaf has a sukoon. So because the kaf has a sukoon, we bring the alif we bring an alif, and this alif, this will either take this alif. If the middle letter, like the ta here is the middle letter, has a dhamma, then the hamzatul wasl, this alif in the beginning, will have a dhamma as well. But if the middle letter has either a fatha or a kasra, the hamzatul wasl comes with a kasra. So that's only 2 options available. So the hamzatul wasl either comes with a dhamma or a kasra.
Okay. Okay, understood.
So can you? Yeah. Now go through all of these 6 forms. Uktub. So say now. I want you to say to me, taktub means you are writing. Uktub means write. Bismillah.
Taktubu, you are writing. Uktub, you write.
Excellent.
Tubani, you both are writing. Uktuba, you both write.
Correct.
Taktubana, you all are writing.
No, taktubuna. Taktubuna.
Taktubuna, you all are writing. Uktubu, you all write.
Excellent.
Taktubina,
correct.
You feminine writing.
Correct.
Is writing. Uktubi, you feminine write.
Correct.
Taktubani, you both feminine are writing. Oktuba, you both feminine write.
Excellent.
Taktubna,
Taktubna, correct?
Taktubna, you all feminine are writing. Oktubna, you all feminine write.
Excellent. Is that clear now?
Yeah, it's better.
Mashallah.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sister B. Dalla had a question.
Yeah, I was wondering, are there any order terms with alif, with fatha?
No. No, so there's no
like anzil. It's not, there's
yeah,
no
that's-
anzil, right? It's inzil.
No. There is unzil. There. This is Batul Dalla, yes, from America.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now this is Batul.
Yeah.
There is one scenario where the alif which comes in the imperative, that is with a fatha, that is in a 4-letter verb.
Oh, it's like okay, the 4 letter. It's a form 4, right? Form 4.
Yeah, that's right. So at the moment in
Like
kataba,
aslama, aslim.
exactly. MashaAllah,
Oh,
yes.
okay, thank
Daraba
you.
is a 3-letter verb. So in
Yeah.
the 3-letter verbs, the imperative either
You
comes
look
to
at the present tense.
Yeah.
And
comes
the
with a
third radical, whatever Arabic carries.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So that's that. Now I'm going to move on to the next part. That was going to now to do the 4-letter verb today, because I want to move on and start lesson number 1 today. Spend 1 second. Let me just get this, change the PDF. Now this is a 4-letter verb, which I am going to do now with you. Now in this 4-letter verb, you need to notice this, that in here now, you will always, so this is now akrama is a 4-letter verb, akrama. Now in akrama, you always will have an alif in the beginning. So originally it was a 3-letter verb, karuma. It was originally karuma. He became respected, or he became honorable. And what you have done, you have added an alif, and after the alif, the letter after it is coming with a sukun. So it becomes akrama. So this is the way this 4-letter verb comes. And this verb, whenever it comes, it normally implies causing. Like in Surah Qadr, Inna anzalnahu. Surely we caused to send it. We sent it. Inna anzalnahu. So Inna anzalnahu, or for example, ad dakhala, dal, khala. Dakhala means he entered. And when you add an alif to a 3-letter verb on the pattern of this adkhala, akrama, it gives the meaning of causing or doing something. So akrama or adkhala means he caused something to be inserted or entered itself. Adkhala. Now, I'm going to ask Brother Qasim. I think you're new to the class. Brother Qasim?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. It's me, Ruqayya. Sorry.
No problem. Okay, as I've called your name, Ruqayya, Bismillah, I want you to do the past tense, akrama. Read the past tense.
Akrama,
Yes, correct.
akrama, akramu, akramua,
Yep.
akramat, akramata, akramna, akramtum,
Akramta.
akramti,
No, akramta first. Akramta.
akramta. Sorry, akramtuma, akramtum, akramti, akramtuma, akramtunna, akramtu, akramna.
Excellent. Can I request next person, Sister Narjis Darsi?
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. How are you? You at home?
Good, alhamdulillah. Yes.
Okay, British
So,
block. Akrama.
okay. Huwa akrama, huma akrama, hum akramu, hiya akramat,
Akramat.
akramat, akramta, akramna, akramta, akramtuma, akramtum, akramti, akramtuma, akramtunna, akramtu, akramna.
Excellent. That's brilliant. Is that clear for you?
Yes.
Brilliant. Next person I will ask is going to be Sister Samina.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Akrama.
Akrama, akrama, akramu, akramat, akramata, akramna, akramta, akramtuma, akramtum, akramti, akramtuma, akramtunna, akramtu, akramna.
Excellent. Brother Manzoor, Bismillah. Can you put the mic? Akrama.
Wa akramu.
Akrama. Huwa akrama. He
Huwa
gave respect. Akrama. He
Huwa-
gave respect.
Huwa akrama, huma akrama, hum akrimu,
Akramu.
akramu, wa hiya akramta,
Hiya akramat.
hiya akramat, huma akramna,
Huma akramata.
huma
Akramata.
akramata, hun akramna,
Correct. Anta.
anta akramta, antuma akramtuma, antum akramtum, anti akramti,
Correct.
antuma akramtuma,
Correct.
antuna akramtuna,
Yep.
ana akramtu,
Correct.
nahnu akramna.
Excellent. Is that clear for you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now, in the present tense now, please write this down because these points are essential. Now, in the present tense, you will see in akrama yukrimu. Now, here, alif in the present, alif, which was present in the past tense, to make it into a four-letter verb. In the present tense, that alif is not there. The alif is not there. Alif has been made silent, so it's been omitted. So it becomes yukrimu. So from looking at this three letter after the ya, there's only three letters now. The only way you can tell that this is a three-letter verb rather than a four-letter, this is a four-letter verb rather than a three-letter verb, it's the ya having a dhamma and the middle letter having a kasra. So the ya has a dhamma, the middle letter has a kasra. These are the two signs that you will understand. This is not a three-letter verb. This is a four-letter verb, and the past tense is akrama, not karuma. Karuma, present tense will be karuma yakromo. The ya comes with dhamma, and the middle letter comes with a dhamma as well. Here, the present tense ya is coming with a dhamma, and the middle letter is coming with a kasra. Sister Tafsina, assalamu alaikum. Can you do the present tense for me? Yukrimu.
Can you just tell me what the word means? Sorry, the verb means again.
Akrama means he gave respect to someone.
Gave
Akrama.
Akrama. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yakrimu, yakrimani,
What are you doing,
yukrimani.
Sister Tafsina?
The
I said the ya comes with a dhamma, and you read with a kasra instead.
No, which one? You're telling me to read the Modare. You're telling
Yeah,
me to read
and it's not yakrimu, it's
Yukrimu.
yukrimu.
Yeah, so yukrimu, yukrimani, yukrimuna, tukrim, tukrimu, tukrimani, yukrimna.
Yep.
Tukrimu, tukrimani, tukrimuna, tukrimina, tukrimani, tukrimna, ukrimu, nukrimu.
Excellent. Excellent. Clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
Oh, brilliant. Any questions? Any from anyone?
Can you just go over the point that you just said that you about the thing that we need to make a point on, like
There's 2 points. So to differentiate the 4-letter verb present tense from a 3-letter verb present tense, there are 2 hints. Number 1, the present tense ya or ta in the beginning of the present tense will come with a dhamma. In the 4-letter verb, it will come with a dhamma, and the middle letter will have a kasra.
that's how you will be able to tell that that's a 4-letter verb and not a 3-letter. Yeah?
Exactly.
We'll have a kasra. The middle letter will have a kasra.
Correct.
Okay.
That's the only way. Otherwise, if you look at a 3-letter verb and a 4-letter verb present tense, in particular this pattern itself, you can't tell the difference. And that's the reason why sometimes when you start reading Arabic text, some people will read it with make it into a 4-letter verb, and some people may say no, I want to do it in the 4, because the meaning differs from a 4-letter verb meaning and a 3-letter verb meaning. Now, just can you write this down, and I will come back to this point. Everyone write this point down.
Yeah.
Point to remember. This is something which I want to teach now and just give you a basic understanding. In Arabic language, let me explain it first, write down in your own words. In Arabic language, there are 2 types of verbs. In the Arabic language, there are 2 types of verbs. Number 1. We'll write this down in the chat box, because you may not have heard this term before. The term is in English. Transitive verb. Has anyone heard of that word? Apart from Sister Tessina, she probably know it. Sister Tessina, you've done this already, yes?
Yeah, I do believe I've done that in
Either
morphology.
these words, transitive words.
Check, does it have a doer and a object? Check.
Who's that? Sabira.
Yeah.
How do you know this?
I think I've read it somewhere.
Okay, yes, exactly. Okay, brilliant. Now let me explain. A transitive verb is that verb which requires a doer and a object. I'll give you an example. Daraba Aliyun Daraba Aliyun Khalidan. If you look at the chat box, I've actually wrote the actual Arabic as well for you. Daraba the second one is correct. I put the dot in the wrong place in the first one. Daraba Aliyun Khalidan. Translation is Ali hit Khalid. Now the question is, from the harakat, what do you see?
The Arab at the end. So
Yep. What's happening to the Arab of Ali and Khalid? Are they the same?
no, they're not. So one tells you which is the do, and one tells you what's the object.
Okay, excellent. So how do we know who is the doer?
So it ends with a dhamma. That's what I've read somewhere. Is it the one which ends with a dhamma? That is the one who's a doer.
Sister Sina, I want you to say it with a bit more confidence. Not like a first year student or a second year student.
I am still first year, brother. I didn't finish all the modules, so I am still the first year.
Okay. Okay, so yes, Aliyun. So Aliyun has a dhamma,
The matan. So you know
dhamma,
that
dhamma tanween.
that's what
This highlights. It is the
doer
doer
of the action.
of the verb. Okay, so dhamma tanween. Whenever there's a dhamma tanween, and a noun is coming after the verb, it is a doer of the verb. And Khalidan, what's happening to Khalidan, sister Fawzia?
Sorry, say it again.
What's happening to the word Khalidan? Why is it coming with a fatha tanween?
So Ali is hitting Khalid. So Khalid is a subject, right?
Object.
Object,
So
sorry.
Aliyun is the subject, is a doer,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Khalidan is the object.
Object, okay.
Yep. Khalid is the object of the verb, and the fatha tanween on the last letter demonstrates that. Is that clear for everyone?
Yeah.
Please do.
Yes.
So when an example, Daraba Aliyun Khalidan. Daraba Aliyun Khalidan. Ali hit Khalid. So in English, we call it Khalid is the object on who Ali did the action. In Arabic, the doer, now I write these terms as well. Doer in Arabic is called fa'ilun. I'm write these terms in the chat box so you have the Arabic terms. Fa'ilun. And the object is called what? Sabira, do you know the answer?
Sorry, I was too busy writing. I didn't even hear the question. Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. So what is the actual object in Arabic called?
I've written down fa'ilun.
No, doer is the fa'il, which is the doer or the subject. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Doer is the file, and object, I don't know, Sheikh, I haven't written anything.
Okay. I thought you maybe have done that as well before. It's called
No.
maf'ulun. It's called maf'ulun. Fa'ilun and maf'ulun. These are two terms which I wrote in the actual chat box for yourself. Fa'ilun is a doer. Maf'ulun is the object. Okay. Is that clear?
Thank you.
And also, you can the term doer or subject is used when it's a doer of a verb. So, Ruqayya, is that clear for you as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sister Gulshan, Sister Narjis, Brother Manzoor, is that clear for you? So I wrote in the chat box so that you've got something in the chat box to check on.
Yeah, no, it's clear.
Yes, Maulana. Maf'ulun is the
Maf'ulun
subject.
is the object, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Yes, there is
so
file and maf'ul. So what's
sorry?
the third?
Sorry, what was that, Fawzia?
First is, you said file, maf'ul,
And what's the third one?
There's no third one.
There's no third one, yes.
Yeah, the fa'ilun is a doer, maf'ulun is the object.
Object.
That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Maf'ulun is the objective.
Excuse
Now,
me.
yes.
Sir, sometime I heard you saying maful, maful ba, maful be. What is maful
Yes.
be?
This it's actually called maf'ulun bihi. Maf'ulun bihi. Yeah. So if you want to change the maf'ul to maf'ulun bihi, it'll be better. Only reason why I didn't want to add it now, I was going to add it later, is just not to give you too much to memorize.
What's the difference?
I will explain that now.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds.
Thank you.
Okay, now maf'ulun bihi. It's called maf'ulun bihi. It's object again, but you could write in brackets direct object. Maf'ulun bihi, write in brackets direct object. So in Arabic language, there are different types of objects. You have a direct object. Sometimes you have an indirect object as well. So that's why this is called maf'ulun bihi. Ba has a kasra and the ha has a kasra, bihi. So that's this now. And then, as I mentioned to yourself, a transitive verb is that verb which requires a doer and an object. Like the example, daraba aliyun khalidun. And then the intransitive verb, what does that require then? Who's going to come on the mic?
It needs a doer and the object.
MashaAllah. It is that verb. It is that verb which requires. It is that verb which requires the verb and the doer. And it completes its meaning.
So when you say it completes its meaning, it means it's the full sentence.
Exactly. So for example, if I said, I'll give you an example. Dhahaba aliyun. Dhahaba aliyun. ذهب علي إلى المسجد. ذهب علي إلى المسجد. So ila, as you know, is a preposition حرف الجر. A preposition ila is getting a kasra because of ila. So Ali went to the mosque. So that's a complete sentence. It doesn't require a object. So Samina, is that clear for you?
Sure. Yes, Sarah.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
That is clear.
Who else is there? So that's A. This is now in Arabic language, in Arabic, on the terms. Now, transitive verb, I'll write these terms down, write these down so that inshallah you remember them. Because a lot especially when we start reading the Quran in Arabic and do the tafsir of the Quran in Arabic, I may use just the Arabic terms rather than English terms. A transitive verb is called fi'l. Let me write this down for you. Al-fi'l. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just writing these terms. Al-fi'l al-muta'addi. Al-fi'l al-muta'addi is the actual verb which requires the transitive verb. Al-fi'l al-muta'addi is the Arabic term which is used for al muta'addi. Let me write this down.
Sheikh, what does mutaaddi means?
Means a transitive verb.
Okay, thank you.
That's the Arabic term. Because the reason why I'm using this term is that sometimes if you go to another teacher, they may use the Arabic terms rather than the English terms. So I need to give you both of them, make it easier for you to communicate with other people. So, fi'l muta'addi. Now, the intransitive verb is what was it called, sisters? Tasina?
Is that lazim? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah, it is
Yes.
lazim. I've remembered.
So you will pass the exam.
I don't know about that. Intransitive.
Fi'l lazim. So intransitive verb, fi'l al-lazim. So that's the intransitive verb. So the intransitive verb is that verb which only requires the doer and the verb, nothing else. It doesn't require an object. Does that make sense to everyone or not?
Can we have example?
Yeah. Example being, I'll give you example. I'll give you example. So the example is غضب غضب زيد. غضب زيد. Zayd became angry.
Angry.
Yeah, so when you become angry, it doesn't require an object. So when the wife becomes angry, does the husband become angry? No, he's probably laughing.
Okay, thank you.
So that's you see that it doesn't cause a domino effect. So غضب زيد, Zayd became angry. Now here it doesn't require an object at all. And normally you write this as a tip. Normally the actual fi'l lazims, the intransitive verbs, they normally come in the meaning of becoming or a change of state. So for example, if I say he became sick, so when you become sick, when I become sick, do you become sick? No. It's a change of state from health to unwell. It doesn't require an object. But when you hit someone, you require an object. I hit you. Correct? Brother Manzoor, is that correct?
You know, when you said the last sentence,
Yep.
Gazaba Zaidun, and
Yep.
then you said you don't need an object there because it is a change of state.
Correct.
Or a cause. So,
yep.
And then it is transitive verb also. So there are two types of transitive verb. One, there is when there is a change of a state, you don't need an object, but then if it is an action by one person, then you need an object.
Exactly. That's a transitive verb. Exactly. So for example, if I hit someone, you require an object. So that's a transitive verb. Or for example, I'll give you another example. I ate. So you need an object to eat.
ayat, for example, lam.
apple. Yeah. So exactly. So the verb in Arabic, that's fi'l mutaaddi, requiring object. So in Arabic, the verb for eating, past tense, is akala.
No, I'm still a bit confused. You said for transitive verb, you need a doer and the object.
Yes.
And then you said that if it's a change of state, like gazaba zaidun,
Yep.
you don't need the object. So there are two
Correct.
types of transitive verbs. In that.
No, that's really,
Yeah.
there's two types of verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs. So a transitive verb, there are two types of verbs. A transitive verb, example being akala zaidun, tufahatan, as you did in book 1, it's apple.
Apple, yeah.
So it's an object. So this is a transitive verb.
Okay, sorry. I was mixing up the transitive and intransitive. So
that's right,
intransitive is the one which is a change of state and it doesn't require an object.
Correct.
The transitive one needs the object.
Correct.
Okay.
Zaid ate
An apple.
a apple. Okay. Zaid ate a apple. So this is a transitive verb. I'll give you another example for intransitive verb where it doesn't require an object.
Okay. Now it is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dha'ufa. ضعف جواد. ضعف جواد. So ضعف means he became weak. So I'm writing a translation. Jawad became weak. ضعف جواد. Is that clear now?
No, it's clear. It's better.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right. Okay. Can I request yourself, Brother Manzoor, to do the present tense for me? Yukrimu.
Yukrimu, yukrimani, yukrimuna, tukrimu, tukriman, tukrimun,
Yukrimna.
Yukrimna, tukrimu, tukrimani, tukrimani.
Yep.
Tukrimana.
Tukrimuna.
Tukrimuna, tukrimina.
Yep.
Tukriman.
Tukrimani, correct.
Tukrimani, tukrimana.
Tukrimna. Tukrimna.
Tukrimna.
Ukrimu.
Ukrimu, nakrumu. Nokrimu, sorry.
Yeah.
Nokrimu.
Ukrimu and nukrimu. Excellent. Right. Now the imperative. Now this is, I think it was Sister Butul Dalla. I think he was asking, is there any present imperative order, command, amr, where the amr comes with a alif? Yes, in this verb, the amr and the alif which comes here comes with a fatha is in this verb. So when we say Allahumma adkhil ala ahli al-qubur surur, Allahumma anzilni. So here so what happens here is this. So that you can write this down, the four letter for the imperative of a four-letter verb, the amr for a four-letter verb. Now the way you make it, and then I'll probably
Begins with the fatha.
so first of all, yeah, it comes with a fatha here now. Step number one is that you remove the ta with a dhamma from the present tense second person. Tukrimu, tukrimani, tukrimuna, tukrimani, tukrimna. You remove all the tas. Once you remove the tas, the alif with a fatha, which was in the past tense in akrama, that fatha with a fatha, that alif with a fatha reappears in the beginning of the kaf, and the last letter is made with a sukoon. So tukrimu will become
Akrim.
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 Yes, Bismillah Batul. Go ahead. Akrim,
Akrim. Akrima. Akrimu. Akrimi. Akrimna.
akrim, akrima, akrimu, akrimi,
Akrimi. Akrimna.
Yeah.
akrima. You missed the one out. You missed the jewel out. Akrima, akrimna.
And another second akrima. Okay.
Right. This is the way you do it. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So just remember this point, that in this four-letter verb, the alif which comes in the front of the imperative, it's alif with a fatha. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
It's okay. Any questions from anyone? Sister Sabira?
Straightforward, Sheikh.
Sorry?
It was straightforward, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's brilliant. That's what I like, straightforward. Okay, now I'm going to move on. Now, write this down. So, past tense for akrama. Akrama was the past tense. The present tense is yukrimu. And the imperative, the amr, is akrim. Write that down. Akrama, yukrimu, akrim on a piece of paper. So that you remember that this is a four-letter verb. Okay, write that down. Then I'm going to move on. I'm not going to start book one today. I'm going to teach yourselves in a different, because of the variety of students I have in this class, I'll be teaching book two in a different method in this class. So I'll be teaching in a different method. So students who are
Sorry, Sheikh.
class.
So it was akrama becomes yukrimu, and
Yep.
the last was akrami.
Akrim, correct.
Okay.
Akrim. Yeah, that's that. Right. Now, over here now, I'm moving on. The reason why I have to do this verb, because book lesson number one has this verb in there. Now, as I said, akrama means he gave respect. Now, the verb ahabba, it has a shadda here now. So, ahabba has a shadda, and how many letter verb is this in your opinion?
Four-letter word.
Four letter.
Yes, because the ba has a shadda, is a four-letter verb. Originally, it should have been baba. The ha should have been baba. The ha should be with a sukoon, because it's a four-letter verb, and it's followed the pattern of akrama. It should follow the pattern of akrama, baba. You will see it from the form number 6. Hunna, the ba, the shadda on the ba is removed, and it becomes babna. Is this Ruqayya? Sister Ruqayya, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir.
And you see this? Ahbabna. So it's like akrama, akrama, akramu, akramat, akramata. And in the sixth form, becomes the one letter before the last noon, the fatah, it takes the meme takes a fatah, akramna. So this becomes ahbabna. So in form number 6, whenever a verb has a shadda on the last letter, when it goes to the plural feminine, the shadda is always removed, and the original pattern on which that verb should be coming on, it goes back to that.
Okay, that's why they add extra ba in it.
No, it's not extra ba. once you remove the shadda.
Okay. It was okay. I understand now.
Okay, so this is what's happened. And see this here, the ha is coming with a sukoon now in babna, because originally the ha should be with a sukoon, but because of the shadda which you put on the bar and the two bars have become one, the previous letter before the shadda from a sukoon changes to a fatha. Okay, so now I want you to go through all of the past tense. Ahabba.
Okay, ahabba, ahabbu, ahabbat, ahabbatta, ahabna.
Ahbabna.
Ahbabna.
Correct.
Ahbabta, ahbabtuma, ahbabtum, ahbabti, ahbabtuma, ahbabtunna, ahbabtu, ahbabna.
Right. Next person, Sister Samina.
Yes.
Can you do ahabba?
No, this is not clear to me.
It's on the screen.
Yeah. The screen is missed out. Yeah.
Go ahead. Ahabba. Ahabba means he liked. Ahabba means he liked. Bismillah.
Bismillah. Ahbib.
Ahabba.
Ahabba. Ahibbu.
No. Ahabba. Ahabba. Ahabbu.
Ahabba. No, I haven't. I think it's not clear to me.
It's on the screen. Okay, I'll get someone else. Sister Fawzia, can you do this? Ahabba.
Yeah. Bismillah. Ahabba. Ahabba. Ahabbu. Ahabbat. Ahabta. Ahabbna. Am I right?
Ahabbat. Ahabbata. Ahbabna.
Ahbabta. Ahbabtuma. Ahbabtum. Ahbabti. Ahbabtuma. Ahbabtunna. Ahbabtu. Ahbabna.
Excellent. Is that clear?
Yes. Thank you.
Brilliant. Sister Tessina, can you come on the mic?
Yeah, Sheikh.
I want you to do now. So original this present tense now, like akrama, yukrimu.
Yeah.
Originally it was yuhbibu. The ha should have come with a sukoon. The two bars, the first bar should come with a kasra, and the second bar should come with a dhamma. So the harakat of the bar, yuhbibu, goes to the ha, yuhibbu.
Yuhibbu.
And what you do all, go for all of the 14 forms.
Yuhibbu, yuhibbani, yuhibbuna, tuhibbu, tuhibbani, yuhibbna. Yuhibbibna. Yeah, just yuhibbibna.
Yep.
Tuhibbu, tuhibbani, tuhibbuna, tuhibbina, tuhibbani, tuhbibna. And this is that going to be uhibbu, nuhibbu.
Excellent. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Have you done this before yet?
I probably did, Sheikh, but I'm going to be honest, it was very fuzzy still. You know, you're saying it's 4-letter verb, so it's 4-letter verb, and you said that the bar obviously opens up or it changes, so the shadda opens. Okay, so that usually opens in the sixth form.
Exactly.
It opens up, and that's where you see babna. Okay, yeah.
So in this one here, hunna, yuhbibna, yukrimna. The ha comes again with a sukoon. And in the 12th form as well, antunna tuhbibna.
Yeah, I get that now.
Brilliant. Okay, Sister Sabira, can you come on the mic? Can you do present tense?
Yes. I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. I have to leave.
That's fine. No problem.
Thank you.
If you listen to the recording, it's no problem. Bismillah, Sister Sabira, Bismillah, yuhibbu.
Okay, so it's yuhibbu, yuhibbani, yuhibbuna, tuhibbu,
Correct?
tuhibbani.
Correct?
Again, you go back to bibna,
Yuhbibna, correct?
tuhibbu, tuhibbani,
Mhm.
tuhibbuna,
Correct?
tuhibbina, is it?
Correct? Correct? Yuhibbina.
Tuhibbina, tuhibbani again.
Yep.
Tuhibbina,
Excellent.
uhibbu, nuhibbu.
Uhibbu, nuhibbu. Excellent. Brilliant. Now I'm going to move on because of the shortage of time. The amr. Now, the amr of this, you can have two amrs. Now, what happens? One amr, if you remove the shadda on tuhibbu, what was it? For akrama yukrimu, what was the amr? Akrama yukrimu?
Ukrim, was it?
Akrim.
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 Oh yeah, because the alif of the mudari of
Yeah.
the present past tense comes back.
Yeah.
The alif. Okay. Akrim.
So the imperative here now is that there's two. So whenever there's a shadda, and you're making an imperative for a four-letter verb, there are two imperatives. I've just wrote in the chat box. One of them is akrim, that you remove the shadda and you separate the bars. And the second bar, the first bar gets a kasra, and the second bar takes a sukoon. So or what you can do, can you see in the present tense, you have tuhibbu with a shadda. You can leave the verb with a shadda in the present tense, but what you need to do is that you will need to remove the dhamma on the last letter and leave the shadda there, change the dhamma to a fatha. That's a ruling. Whenever there's a weak letter, so not weak letter, a letter with a shadda, and when you want to make the amr, the dhamma will have to change to a fatha. And as we did in akrama yukrimu, that the alif with a fatha from the past tense came back in the amr. Again, the alif with a fatha will come back in the amr. So can you look in the chat box of the Zoom group? I wrote in there ahibba. Can you see it? Ahibba.
Yeah, I can see it.
So then the rest of the forms remain the same. Ahibba, ahibba, ahibbu, ahibbi, ahibba, ahbibna. Batul Dala, is that clear?
Yes.
Sister Sabira, I want you to do this, and then I'm going to end the class on this. And now, please, can you write this past? I want you to write these verbs up because it's really crucial for you to understand this, because I'll be building upon these Legos, as you could say, this pattern and these skills to make you understand and do other verbs as well. So if you don't memorize them properly, you will find it difficult in the classes. So, Sister Sabira, can you do the amr? Ahbib and ahibba is the singular, and then continue.
Okay, I'm not sure, Sheikh, but I'll try. So it's so you remove the.
So look at the chat box. I wrote the two for the singular anta. You can either make ta in the beginning, remove the ta,
Same
bring
as before.
alif with a fatha, and the last letter with a dhamma, change that to a fatha.
Change it to last letter, change it to fatha.
Correct. So look in the chat box as well, the Zoom chat box. For the singular form masculine, there are two forms, ahbib or ahibba.
All right. Okay. On the screen.
Yeah, in the chat box. Yeah, of the Zoom.
Okay. All right. Fine. I've just seen it. Okay.
Yeah, is that clear now?
Yeah.
Bismillah. Ahibba.
Okay. So do I start again? Like you remove the ta, like before the ta with the zamma,
Correct.
And as before, but for one of them, you bring an alif in the front, the second, and then at the end, there's the shadda is removed. And you
No,
bring
leave the shadda. Leave the shadda. You can leave the shadda as it is, and just on top of the shadda, which has a dhamma, change the dhamma to a fatha.
change the dhamma to a fatha, which is on the screen. Okay. All right.
Correct.
Okay.
So it becomes ahibba, the singular.
So it
Go ahead.
becomes
Ahibba.
Can you make the chat bigger?
This one here. Okay, here you go. There you go. So remove the star, bring alif with the fatha, the last letter of dhamma, change that to fatha, becomes ahibba. And then
so tuhibbu becomes ahibba.
correct. Then ahibba.
Yeah. So do you want me to go on? Tuhibbani
Yes, continue.
Tuhibbani becomes uhib.
Ahibba.
Uhibba.
Tuhibbani becomes ahibba.
Ahibba again. Then
Correct.
tuhibbuna becomes ahibbu.
Ahibbu, correct.
Yeah. And tuhibbina.
No,
Tuhibbina
tuhibbina.
Tuhibbina becomes uhibbi.
Ahibbi.
Ahibbi.
Correct.
And tuhibbani becomes ahibba again. And tuhibna becomes uhib. But it doesn't change this. Uhibibna. Yeah.
Yeah, ahbibna.
Ahbibna.
Akrimna. Excellent. So ahibba, ahibba, ahibbu. Ahibbi, ahibba, ahbibna. Akrimna. So the plural feminine, the ba is removed, the shadda is removed, and the ba, two bars become separated and becomes ahbibna. So I need you to write the past, present, and the amr of akrama, and I'll send this in the group if I haven't sent it already. And I want you to also do akrama, yukrimu, akrim. Please write the past, present, and amr. Please, that is required because I need you to do this because I want to build upon these building blocks. And if you don't do the homeworks, it will just pile up and then you will not understand what I'm trying to explain itself. Is that okay? Everyone?
So it's a 4-letter verb. You do the past, present, and the amr of.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
جزاك الله اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرج مسهل مخرجهم والأن أعداءهم. التماس دعاء أنا send you the link.
Thank you, Sheikh.
جزاك الله.